Alright, this is from 2002. I'm pretty sure, yeah, tax day. Turn back while you still can. No, really, you'll thank me later. No, really. So, what if Dee and I started talking more and started spending more time together, and what if one night alone, maybe after family night, I stood face to face with him, and maybe I lean against the wall, hands at my sides, and he comes closer, but a little too shy to make a move. I cock my head and say, "You know, the last person who kissed these lips was P." Oh, and that did it. He resolves with a tightening of the jaw and a jerk of the head. He pins me against the wall with a hand on the other side of me, and his warm lips press against mine. I can feel his beard tickle my face as he inhales, and on my neck as he begins kissing around my right ear. Oh God, I better stop. Wow. Okay, for those of you who have no fucking clue what that was, as I didn't until a second ago, that was me testing myself. Could D ever sexually excite me? Oh, but yes. Pardon my fantasy. Wow, I think I need a cigarette. I don't smoke, guys. Not anymore. That's a hell of a way to start a new book. I can't believe it. That's the closest I've been to aroused in a while. Shall I give you the spiel about, oh, la-di-da, another book, oh, the pages, oh, fuck it. I don't have the energy, plus I can only give the same spiel so many times. I wonder. I know D is supposedly shy, and I don't think I prefer making the first move. If something did end up happening between us, who would start it? I predict that I would tempt him into it, but make him make the first contact. I can't believe it. Well, it seems odd to me. God, G and C were together for 3 years. That to me seems like a long time. But maybe it's not. I notice that the older I get, the shorter the years get. Maybe everyone jumps in and out of relationships every few years. I wouldn't know. Just 1 year seems like a long-term relationship to me. I would probably be married by then. I wonder, does C take relationships less seriously than I? With her list, I can't believe she would date K. Weird. I can't believe she would date me. Well, maybe not can't believe. I don't know. I wonder. I know I would like to have sex with women, but don't know if I would want to be in a relationship with one. Women are crazy. I was 20 when I wrote this, okay? But I suppose, well, it sure would be an adventure. I guess if there was one girl I could get along with, it would probably be C. Because of the whole role thing, I think we would have the right balance there. I wonder what it would be like with D. On one hand, I'm more socially forceful, but on the other hand, he's got the fatherly comfort thing down. It would be a peaceful thing to cuddle up to him and lean on his chest. He's built like a dwarf, I mean, in the Tolkien sense, or a gnome. He prefers garden gnome, or sometimes troll, but in the stone-in-the-belly sense. He's average height with a belly. He has this funny way of walking. He shuffles. He has the roundest cheeks, and they're always rosy. Oh well. Make a wish, rub my belly. Well, remember how I always said I would never pull a double shift? Well, ask anybody, it's well understood. But here I am. I got home, and then I got a phone call from Jay at the front desk, saying her boyfriend was in the hospital and could I please come in. Well, of course I did, took a shower, etc., and here I am. Oh, Lord. But I guess it won't be too bad. It's already 7:15. So, I'm a little anxious and a lot confused. I really don't know if Dee and I have anything in common. He really is a lot older, but I know I think too much. And that in this world, and especially with the kind of people I'm hanging around with, not every relationship has to lead to marriage, and infatuation isn't so frowned upon. God, I would love to be mutually infatuated. I've always been so serious about these dating things, never letting myself consider just having fun. But this is my time to have fun. I'm not an old woman. I shouldn't think like one. I've spent so many years being sensible. Wait, maybe sensible isn't the word. Melodramatic, however. I guess I should stop writing about Dee because I really have nothing to write about. I said to C, oh, I can't imagine what it would be like to actually have someone to jabber to. She said, you can jabber to me. I don't remember anything with this girl. I don't remember any of this connection. I remember her, but I don't remember any of that. We then proceeded to discuss our uncute weirdness. C is pretty cool. I like her. One of the few females I've related to in a while. Let me now rant about how much of a mystery relationships are to me. First of all, I am only beginning to have something to compare human interaction to. That's a major part of fascination with me. Never mind the connection. That's where I'm confused with D. Could I really connect with him? We'll see. For two people, vulnerability to open up to each other, that is a big step. Many relationships aren't open like that. I wouldn't want to be that way. I want to be with someone in the capacity that even if everything isn't perfect, the commitment of brotherhood would still be honored between us. Yeah. Bad breakups stem from mistrust. The person climbs up, realizing that he or she has been vulnerable, etc., etc. I had a dream last night. Somehow there was some kind of very large bookstore area, and at one point there appeared to be a videotaping episode. Elle apparently owned the bookstore, and she was showing Evie and me around. Apparently on the tape they had done a Jen edit, as opposed to an Eddie edit, or more sacrilegious, the Frank edit, in which they managed to cut those characters from the movie. So, every time the camera would look at me, they would cut it out. Here's an egotistical piece. I was very beautiful. I didn't look different than now, just that I realized my own beauty. And another part of the dream, somehow, I was fooling around with Evie. We were grinding or something, and she was begging me to go down on her, and I was going to, and looked at her genitals, and they were really weirdly formed, or intersexed perhaps, but I didn't think that then. I never ended up doing it, but not because I didn't want to. How odd that it was Evie in the dream. Well, I emailed Dee yesterday and asked him, so tell me, Dee, are you P? I was pretty sure he'd send a considerable and thought-out email. I was right. His email was pretty interesting, talking about how P was very impetuous, jumping into things, educated but without direction. Dee said he's not a big planner, but that he tries not to be too impetuous. He also said that he wanted to find someone somewhere along the line. I emailed him back lengthily, saying about how I seek out experiences, even unpleasant ones, sometimes by purposely doing stupid things. He replied that he tries to avoid doing stupid things. I'd written some about my time in Christianity, saying about how I hated who and how I was when I was in it. He replied that his father and previously himself was a Presbyterian, and that he had a similar experience with religion as I. He replied to my comment that I don't speak against Christianity, saying that he did speak against it, and against religion in general. I confided in him that until this past summer I had been an old woman and that I struggle still to fix it. He told me he had a similar issue occurring. Oh, I had said that, like P, I was familiar with myself, my desires, and that I'm also a big thinker, though I may not seem like it. He replied that yes, I do seem like a person who thinks. At another point, I referred to my overanalyzation and romanticization, overanalyzation, over-romanticization. Great words. He commiserated. I guess I'll just keep going. I had said I had a problem with P ending because it showed that entering into a consistent life of love and family is to give up freedom. I would like to disagree. I am glad Dee and I are emailing, that we're both good emailers. You know, writing an email the way you write a letter, with thought basically. Oh, I'm so excited because he emailed me last night. He said, I've been wanting to go to the candlelight dinner Grease showing, but don't want to go alone. At this moment, I basically started jumping up and down in my seat. He asked if I would accompany him. He also mentioned a Jekyll and Hyde showing. I emailed him back saying I would love to go with him, but was very poor and had no money, that it was a miracle I could buy breakfast every week. He, of course, emailed back saying since I was doing him a favor, he would pay. He is so sweet. Wow, a real date with D. I must buy a blue dress now. I can't believe that I don't have a single article of blue clothing. Well, spring is coming, and the sky blue that looks decent on me, matches my eyes, will be in season. Oh well, but I'm starting to think Dee and I could have something good. It could be great fun. I was so psyched when C said Dee and I would be a cute couple. I wonder what would prompt her to say that. I wonder how long it will take to get close to Dee. Since I don't know anything about anything, I am questioning. Prematurely, I know. I'm just so furiously anticipating, I guess, because I'm finally genuinely ready to have a relationship. I just want to jump into it. Okay, let's switch to an unpleasant subject. Remember how I told you that Glenn didn't cast me as Krim last week? Well, this week he went further than that. He said Krim equals Sherry. If she isn't there, then no one. He may as well have said, Janet, I want you on my stage, because Sherry won't be there. She's taken a leave of absence. Glenn knows this. Last week, not this past week. Don't worry about Glenn, he gets out of the picture soon.